Welcome to the Smite Force Chronicles. After a slight gap. That's all I got to say about that. So, am I still echoey?
No.
Nope, good. All right, so when we were last here, hold on, I've got to turn off the lights. In the area I'm in, we have these really horrible fluorescent lights that get turned on every time someone sticks their head in the door. They turn on the lights and then they just walk away. I should put them on some sort of a... Nope. But anyway, when we were last here, well, a couple times ago, you buried a colleague. Moment of silence for Alexandria. All right, that was good enough. And decided against puppeting her body. But as you made your way through the path, you were discovered by a wee goblin who seems to have notified some of his peeps. And you've dispatched, it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's like he's 8 foes. Looks like 2 of which were goblins, and the rest were ogres. So they're pretty significant. Hold on a second. No, don't balance that stuff there. Put that down. Please stop bringing things out and surrounding me with them. My son is cleaning his room, and I'm suddenly surrounded by a bunch of stuff. You know, when you don't want stuff anymore, then you just give it to Dad. But we aren't going to say too much because he's cleaning his room, you guys. He chose to clean his room. That's a weird thing. So, anyway, here you are. You're all dead. You are surrounded by bodies. You have not looted the bodies. I'm going to put on free movement. You've proceeded as far as that elemental, so your fire elemental Schnarf. So Schnarf is sort of up ahead. He was summoned by, I believe, Dinjarin, right? And how long does Schnarf last? Until dismissed, or an hour, or something like that, right? Be looking into that, my friend.
Yeah, I deleted the item, the gem, so I don't know if I could see. Oh, it's not showing the text on the information on it.
I don't know what that means.
So in the character sheet, when I would go to like my inventory,
Yep.
and click on it, it would expand. It's no longer expanding. I don't.
So what was the name of the gem that you had?
Well, it was an Oh, okay, I see. It's on hover. That's why I didn't notice that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It doesn't actually say.
So you had, what was the name of the item?
It was so I already deleted it because I used the item.
Yeah.
It was the yellow elemental gem, I believe.
Okay, let me look.
Oh no, it's this one. It's the red one because it's a fire one, right? I used the elemental red, yellow one before. Yeah, it doesn't say. It just says this red gem contains an elemental. When broken, the fire elemental is summoned as if you had casted the conjure elemental spell. Oh, I guess how long does conjure spell? That would be it. Okay, let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, I'm also looking real quick. Because it was an element. You summoned it via the gem, right?
Yeah, but it says it's the same as conjure elemental. So 1 hour. Duration is 1 hour.
1 hour. Yeah, I just found the same thing. Okay. So there we go. Yeah, so you have an hour, or until dismissed. So
Okay, never mind. I'll let you finish.
Yeah. All right. Hey, you.
I don't think so. Oh, Discord's working now. I was just about to switch to my iPad.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does she want us to roll her a character? Do you want to play, or you know? She could play Tyros.
No, you want to watch
She'd probably
Harry
be
Potter,
better than Tyros. All right, so here's the deal. You guys have cleared, as far as you know, you've cleared the map from the elemental to the west, right? So you can freely move around those areas. If you move to the east of the elemental, which is still unknown, whatever happens, happens. Maybe something, maybe nothing. You do have bodies to loot if you want. If not, let me know, and I will clear the screen of the dead bodies, which will make it makes things a little bit more responsive. So when you're ready to proceed, let me know. I do have a question for you all. Actually, why don't you guys go ahead and do any looting you're going to do, and sort of scheme amongst yourselves, and then I will ask my question in just a moment.
I can't, and maybe it's because I'm not doing the right thing, but I'm trying to loot the org minion fuzzy lumpkins, and I like every time I click on my character to try to move it, it won't let me.
Oh, I didn't put you in free. I didn't put you. Yeah, there you go. Now you're in free movement.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, I'm not going to watch you. I'm trusting you guys not to move to the east of the fire mantle. So I'm going to be doing something else while you guys do your looting.
From what I saw, they don't have much. They might have some spears that Toph is interested in, but
GM, I would like the fire elemental, by the way, while we're looting and doing whatever we're doing, to go across the bridge that we saw.
Well, we'll do that after that looting is done. I mean, we can do it in concert, but I'm not going to move them until you guys are sort of strategically ready.
So on some of the things it says like hide and some like other things that aren't really.
Yes, if it's
like,
too good to be true, just ask me. Yeah, like the problem with the loot tool is that it just takes all of their stuff, even if it's like ready, right? Like it's not a thing that you can have. Yeah.
Okay.
The hide might be its hide. It might be its skin, but it's probably not.
No, I think it's like hiding. Okay. All right. So I think we're supposed to be scheming. So I guess we just start walking. I think that this is like a booby trap area. So maybe we like, I don't know, do we like Indiana Jones it? Or do we just send Dinjarin in, make a bunch of noise, see what happens? Maybe we send the elemental in to kind of I don't know.
So what you'll see, by the way, in the chat area is I just want to know who's the leader today. You can't really vote for Tyros because he's not here. This is something I thought we would do occasionally. So
I voted for Glory as she's taking the lead. Yeah, I like sending the elemental across the bridge first just to make sure it's stable. You could always run some rope across, silk rope, depending, on who has what.
all right. Would you like me to delete or can I delete the bodies off the screen?
Yeah, Toph, did you get your spears back?
I did. I got my javelins and some, so we're good.
Yay.
Nice.
All right, so the bodies start to disappear from the screen. It just helps there's less things for your computers to have to deal with when there's not a bunch of corpses in a this isn't a huge map, but it's huge enough. All right, so from where you guys stand, let me see here. Where are you? Let's see, who can see this? Up ahead. Yeah, I think you guys can see this up ahead.
I'm going to switch Discords real quick. I'll be back.
I'll wait for you because I was going to tell you guys something.
Okay,
I
can hear you.
Oh, okay.
I'm slowing down my computer, so go ahead.
A couple of things have happened. I've rewritten a ton of our modules for optimizations, and I don't know if you're measuring, whoever's doing that, but if you're moving, make sure you don't move past the elemental. One of the neat new things that we can do is, so I've rewritten narratives. So for instance, here's a narrative I'm going to read to you. I'll show it. Toggle display results. It looks like right now has everyone voted? I only see, it looks like Gloria is the leader right now.
Or answer.
I voted.
All right. So then it looks like Gloria, you are the leader. So when the team is stalled, I'm going to talk to you. But a couple of cool things are going to happen now. One, based on your guys' requests, when I can now really easily send the narrative to the chat window, which you guys always saw before. Oh, there's a little bit of a... I have to play with some of the padding, it looks like at the top. But anyway, so that's there, which is nice, right? All that little narrative. So for this one, you and your companions traverse the harsh terrain of Great Peak Mountains. The journey is arduous, but not without its majestic beauty. The path snakes through the heart of the range, a narrow ribbon of earth carved by centuries of rain, wind, and relentless march of time. Towering cliffs reach for the heavens on either side, casting hues of deep gray and molten green, where resilient shrubs and trees have managed to root themselves in the rocky soil. As you round the bend, you find yourself standing at the entrance of the Great Peak Pass, which you guys did. You buried your friend. It narrows a bit further, which is pretty fantastic. And you sort of find yourself here. I can also now send you, like, here, instead of just, sending you the photo, I can put it to the chat. And now you should be able to click View Illustration, correct? Yeah. So now you have View Illustration. I can also do something new, which is called Create a Handout. So if you're like, oh, I want to remember that, you just got to tell me, and I'll create a handout. And boom, a new handout has been created, right? And it's now in your Party Handouts folder. So at the top of your screen, you'll see in your journals, there's a new folder that was created, and it was called Party Handouts. And you'll see Great Peak Pass, whatever the name of the narrative was, and a date to sort of remind you of when you guys looked at it. And if you look at it now, you should be able to see it in that book. So yay!
It's pretty cool. Yeah,
that's pretty handy.
Pretty solid.
Yeah, it's kind of like in person D&D. Sometimes the D&D would like hand you guys something, a handout, right? So there you go. One of the requests that I haven't nailed yet is a way for you guys to map things. The other team, like, they're old school, so they want to like use graph paper and sort of map where they've been. So I'm still playing with how to accomplish that, right? Because they're always like, hey, wait, have we been to this room or have we been to this place? And I have to then roll insight to see if they remember and blah blah blah. But anyway, so there's that.
Well, you need to have a handout on the scones, so you can work on that, I suppose.
I'll work on some scones. Yes, I'll see. I can if there are some handouts that you guys want from the past. Oh, did we lose somebody? So we lost.
Yeah, Adam. He'll
Adam.
come back.
And then we'll do the narrative. We'll move on. But yeah, if there's any handouts that you guys want from the past, let me know, and I can try to create some of those. Look at that dog. You good dog.
She's all right.
Yeah, most dogs are all right. They're great if you need, well, depending on your dog, they're good if you need comfort. We found that our golden retriever is a hugger, so when you're sad, this dog wants hugs, right? So they're like very emotional. Like they're a good emotional buddy. Our dog Max wants to be held never. Like, do not hug Max. Like, he's that dog. Do not hug Max. But if anyone were to break into our house, God help that person. Right? So Max sees himself as the herder of the family, the shepherd and the protector. If Shirley, on the other hand, would cower behind whatever thing she could find until the danger had passed. So she's good emotional support, but she's not so good for protecting. All right, so now that Adam's back, I will give you the narrative of what you guys are sort of seeing come into view now. So, you and your fellow adventurers proceed down this path, right? You get to about the halfway point, and the echoes of the distant waterfall are sort of growing louder as you continue onward. Soon, a sight that greets you is breathtaking. A stone bridge, carved from the living rock of the mountains themselves, spans the yawning chasm before you. It stands as a resolute architectural marvel wrought by hands unknown, bearing a silent testament to the ingenuity of its builders. It arches over a fog-veiled river far below, disappearing into a sea of white that lends an ethereal quality to the scene. Of course, I'll want to give you access to that image. The river, fed by a waterfall cascading down from the heights of the north, churns and roars its ceaseless journey, sending the fine mist upward. The droplets catch the light, creating a rainbow prism that dances in the mountain air. And so this is what you sort of see just beyond that fire elemental. So it looks like a pretty solid bridge. This is one of those points where Midjourney did a pretty good job of representing the bridge in the picture and the bridge in the map. So good job, Midjourney. Dinjarin, you said you wanted to move that. You said that you wanted to move the fire elemental.
Yeah, I want him to go across the bridge.
All right. So how much movement does he have? He can move
He has
50
40,
feet.
I think 50 feet. So I'd love him to go here, if possible.
To where? Can you ping that again? I did not see. Okay. So he'll have to. He can move his full movement at first. So 1 second. I too am trying to figure out how to read the details of stuff. Because that no longer works. How did you do it, Curtis? Did you just mouse over it?
Sorry, I was muted. Yeah, if you mouse over it, or at least on the character sheet, it pops, a pop-up happens on the left.
Okay.
Or click, yeah. You just have to wait a little while before, like, you mouse over and then wait a second and it'll slowly appears.
Okay. All right, so the fire elemental moves 50 feet. You want him to do 50 feet or 25 feet increments?
Just the full 50. That's fine.
All right, so he moves his 50 feet. And does anyone else move behind him, or are you guys staying where you are? Hello?
Sarah, what do we do?
Yeah,
I was kind of letting everyone have it. I think that we should have him go the distance. Maybe stay behind him. Let's see. I want to measure. Hold on. Is this the measure? Yeah, measure. Let's stay about 50 feet behind him through the path. If we witness any... Oh, shoot. Did I mess up?
So just real quick, when you guys are measuring, it's not the toolbar with the little right angle measuring tool. You stay on your character, and then the little ruler. They should change the icon because everyone does that. They lay a template. That's the template tools.
Yeah, so we'll stay about 45, 50 feet behind the elemental. We'll have a couple people looking up top. Tyros will look behind, make sure no one's following us, and then have a couple people looking forward. So who has really good long distance eyesight, or like who has long distance what's it called, fighting? That's, I think, Tempe and I don't know who else. Dinjarin?
Nope, I'm a melee ranged. I'm not a ranged fighter. I'm only a melee.
Okay. So the two ranged fighters look up and out. Dinjarin and I will look forward, and then Toph and Stephanos look behind us. How about that? See if we see anything. Does that sound good?
Sounds great.
All right, awesome.
Okay, so that will be your...
We'll just follow ourselves through until we get to the bridge. Then we'll
Let him
reconvene.
go on the bridge alone.
Yeah.
All right, so what I'm hearing then is the fire elemental is continuing its path, correct?
Yes. I need to know if the fire elemental has weight to it.
Yeah.
It does? All right. How much weight?
Looking.
I'm sure Tyros would want to follow it.
Yeah, I'm looking to see how much weight it has.
Can you just give it to me? I don't have to play this game. You can just give me the balls.
See, it's made of fire. It has mass. You know what? I'm gonna ask Bubo. This is one I don't know. How much does a fire elemental... That was not a question I was expecting today, Sarah. So, Bubo is answering my question. Give me 1 second. It may say it. Oh, so I was wrong. It does not have mass.
Okay.
They are weightless.
Nice. Well, that doesn't... Okay.
Still think it's worth sending it across.
I
Well-
can still trigger a trap, even if it's not a weight-based one.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, let's just have him go up until the bridge, and then we'll inspect the bridge, and then we can just send the elemental across, see what happens, and then we'll go from there. Let's just get up to the bridge, and we'll
Okay.
follow behind him, 45, 50 feet behind.
So here's what happens. So, oops, I'm in measure mode myself. So your fire elemental continues his way. He gets to about here, right, as he's making his way off. And you guys hear big, thunderous footsteps coming from the north. You go, boom, 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 and they start to accelerate. And you hear... Slambo smash!
Okay, disperse. Everybody, disperse to the edges.
All right.
I yell, disperse! And I run to the edge.
So hold on. So no one can move. Don't anyone move. But you guys see this big ogre that you hadn't seen before sort of come and flying at the fire elemental. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen here, because if it doesn't have mass, this should take this into account, but let's find out. It's going to try to bash. Normal. Let's see what happens. And can anyone tell if that was a hit?
I don't see any damage.
Yeah, so it's
I
like
just
everything
saw
is
it.
new. Like I'm trying to it says one action proficient, so it looks like nothing. Man, I hope we'll find out if for real if this works, and which makes sense, right? Because maybe he's trying to bash this fire elemental. So what I need to do is to roll an athletics check on this guy to see if, because he's trying to battering ram this thing off the cliff, that sort of is his job. Matter of fact, actually, before I do that, let me do this with you guys. Actually, no, first, 1 second. Acrobatics. And DC. DC. And start epic roll.
By the way, I don't think it hit because the fire elemental's AC is 13.
Yeah. You guys seeing this?
Yes.
Fancy, huh?
Very Marvel.
So he succeeded. So he lands right here, just teetering on the edge of this as he flies through this fire elemental. So now I need to see how much fire damage he takes as he passes through the fire elemental. So his action is fire form. Man, I'm having to get used to none of the...
According to the stat sheet online, a fire elemental's
1d10.
action, which is a touch, is a 1d10.
Yeah,
So I'd
1d10.
imagine it's the same.
Yep, that's the same thing I just saw.
And anything that is flammable would catch on fire that the ogre has. So if he has pelts that would catch on fire, they should catch on fire or anything like that.
All right, so 6 for this poor bastard. So yeah, he passes through and just lands just on the other side of the fire elemental, taking 6 points of fire damage. And then every time it's his turn, he takes 5d10, right? Or until he douses the
I
fire
think-
himself.
Oh yeah, I didn't realize it meant 5 1d10 fire damage. Yeah.
Yeah. So it doesn't make any. It wouldn't make any sense to have him on fire if it wasn't going to do anything to him. So he's now on fire. So there you go. The fire elemental at that point would have turned towards him. Right. He wasn't ready for anything. He was continuing. So do you want him to continue his journey because he still has 30 feet left, or do you want to stop?
He would attack. He would probably, because he got attacked. I'm assuming he would attack it as well.
Yeah.
Which he gets 2 attacks. And if he hits, it is 10 2d6 plus 3 fire damage.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty awesome, but that won't happen until his turn. So you are now in combat. Please, everyone, roll your initiative. And let's see, who's not here today? Tyros.
Yes, hi.
So I will roll Tyros. And then we're just missing Toph and Glory. Glory is dealing with her own ogre. Glory, can you roll your initiative while you manhandle your doggo? Can you hear us, Glory? Also, Toph. Toph, can you roll your initiative, please? Glory, can you roll your initiative, please?
I'm sorry, I don't see it.
It's a
It's
2
not
cross
popping up.
Combat tracker.
combat tracker.
It's not. Oh, God, what?
It's been a while.
Where have my brain been? Yeah, you're gone for. Sorry
Toph,
about that.
Same for you. Can you roll yours, Toph?
Sounded like Toph was taking a phone call.
Oh, okay. Well, let me roll Toph's for her. Normal. And then we hit begin combat. All right, Tempe, you are up first. You see this playing out ahead of you.
Wrong. Yeah, I think I'll help out old fire elemental over there. I mean, young fire elemental.
Do you think it's a good idea, or should we just let them battle each other because we would be exposing ourselves? I mean, if anything,
Yeah, I mean, that
could-
ogre's got to deal with the fire elemental first.
By the way, the fire elemental isn't on the combat tracker from what I can see.
It doesn't show up until it's its turn. I can disable that, but that's how it works.
Says I have advantage. Is that because the ogre's flanked?
Yep. Good job, Adam.
Says ogre battering ram.
All right. I'm just learning all of this new. So as you see, everything is so different now. Like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to understand. Okay, so it looks like, holy shit, you did 23 points of damage. So you've got that going for
Still
you.
says I have advantage on my second attack. No. What happened? Ah.
Awesome. So another 15 points of damage.
Would be like arrows, ogre.
He does not. Give me 2 seconds, so if I have to hit save on this change, hopefully it doesn't refresh all of you guys, but it might. It is. So all your clients are going to refresh for just a second.
I have a
Oh.
quick question.
Yeah, go ahead and ask.
Is Toph part ogre?
Yes.
Toph would have to
and
answer
how
that
do you-
question.
Okay. How do you feel about this whole endeavor?
I'm orc, which is a little different than an ogre.
Oh,
so-
okay. Orc, not orc. Okay, never mind. I thought you said you were an ogre. Sorry. Okay.
But that would have been a good
Just
question to ask, actually.
Could be offensive to an orc to assume that, you know.
Yeah,
I didn't
pretty
assume.
much
I said ogre,
okay.
and
Yeah,
then
are
you
you,
said yes. So therefore, you weren't listening to me. So I take
Okay,
offense to you not
I
listening
get
to
it.
me.
I get it. I'm assaultating orc. You're right.
Is everyone reloaded or on the way to reloading?
It still goes.
Reloading.
Apologies for the reload.
No problem.
Come on.
Side question.
I'm seeing a white screen. That's concerning to me.
So I don't. It are okay. Let's see. Is this the fourth wall? So
There
this
we
is
go.
out of gameplay. Is orcs and ogres related? Are they like distant cousins, or are they just a completely different species?
Hold that.
I
And then
have
you'll have to
no
ask that
idea.
in game. There's no fourth wall when it comes to
Ah,
understanding.
well then I'll Google.
Dude, no, hold on. That's metagaming. That's a bad thing in D&D. So, here's the role playing. Just I guess best practices as a reminder is even if you know something because you read something about it, your character you have to understand, does your character in game, would they know it, right? That's why we do things like roll a nature check to see are ogres and orcs related, right?
But I
So
would
if you
know
Google
because
it,
I'm
you
very-
can't use that knowledge in the game unless your character would know it, right?
my character would know it because she's really smart and
Well, your character would
she's
think
of
she
the
knows it
knowledge.
because your character's a know-it-all.
Okay.
Something really weird is happening with my client. I don't know about your guys's.
Oh yeah. I'm seeing Toph like real close up.
Yeah, everything is broken on mine.
Oh, mine's good. Mine works
I think
perfect.
the system wanted us to take a good hard look at what an orc really is.
Well, I'm gonna have to reload mine again without you guys because I have my right chat window is a garbled mess.
Yeah, I'm all garbled.
Oh,
I can't tell that I'm actually in combat. That's my only problem.
You look at the crosses or the cross swords in the upper right hand corner, and
Yeah, I
you can.
just see everybody. I don't see a bad guy.
Yeah, you don't see a bad guy yet, but you will see it.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Do you mind if I move forward? Or do you want me to wait on you?
Wait 1 second. Hold on.
No problem.
Yeah, because I'm not seeing some stuff. All right, and oh my gosh, what happened to my so my chat window just moved out completely. Yeah, I got to refresh. Oh man. Reload this page. All right, let's hopefully it reloads better this time. And then I will also see how much memory it's using. Yeah, I'm just going to close it and open a new one. So many weird things are happening, you guys. I do not understand. I'm logging back in. Join game session. Hopefully it loads properly. I was afraid we might have a few problems today, but all right. All right, it loaded properly this time. It done loaded properly, I should say. Yay. All right, let me close this a little bit. And we'll go from there. All right, Toph. I'm not hearing any sounds. That's great.
Is your window being muted?
No, I'm not sure what's going on. There we go. Now my signs are back. It just the other client had to load. That's fun. Okay. So it's your turn. Did you already move? I'm sorry.
I did.
Awesome. All right. So you do you.
Feeling javelin-y again. Oh no.
Oh yay. I believe that sounds to me a little bit like a fumble.
How bad?
So a forceful pop in your shoulder is heard as your arm goes limp. The arm you use to make the attack is incapacitated for 1d6 plus 4 rounds. So please roll a 1d6 or 1d4 plus 6.
1d4.
Yep, and then do a plus 6 at that little bottom thingy.
You're gonna roll 6d4s. No.
Oh my god.
Good job.
All
You
right, guys, I'm
you
just
maxed
gonna
it
go
out.
Make a sandwich.
You very much maxed it out. So
All right. Well,
so there, you got that going for you.
I don't feel javelin-y anymore.
Yeah. So yeah, you are dislocated. And that's your primary throwing arm, which actually, honestly, this fumble makes perfect sense for you, right? So as you were throwing your javelin, you heard like a pop and sort of echoed through the canyon, and you see Toph immediately grab her I assume right shoulder, and her arm sort of goes limp. The javelin sort of wobble flies right into the ravine, lost forever in the midst, and so Toph, you'll have to roll with your off arm with disadvantage.
Okay.
Until
Right. Well,
yeah, for 10 rounds.
let's see how that's just the whole combat, but let me try it. All right. I get one more attempt to hit. I'm gonna try it. So I think I know how to do this. That, and then I pick disadvantage when it asks me. And then otherwise I think it's the same. It takes a lower number. And I still hit. Yay!
And you did hit.
I do normal.
And you do 8 points of damage.
Hooray!
So
All
despite
right.
your disadvantage, you guys see her right arm go floppy and sort of like a flag in the wind, and she throws, and she doesn't look like an Olympian with the form she has, because she doesn't typically throw with her left arm, but it was good enough to connect, so good on you, Toph.
Hooray! So I'm done. So I'll hit end turn, right?
Yep. Awesome.
Wait,
This brings
did I
us
miss my
to
turn?
Dinjarin. Now, if it says you missed your turn, ignore it.
Okay.
I'm just. It's not letting me grab my character.
Make sure you don't have targeting selected.
I do not. I am on token controls and select tokens. And I click on it, but when I try to drag my character, it just pings.
Do you
Oh.
own your character?
There we go.
Okay,
Okay.
tell us what were you doing? What was the issue?
I don't know. To be honest, I was just clicking on him and trying to move him. I think that's too far. I can't.
Yeah, it should. You can only move 30 feet. It's like the green.
Yeah. I'll go there, and I can't really do anything, so that's my turn.
Awesome. This brings us to Stephanos. So Stephanos, you are up from behind. And just because you also have some healing spells, if you want to fix Toph's arm, you can override using sort of a medical roll, which we've never really used here. But if you decide that you want to try, popping your arm back in, you just need to be next to it.
Right. I don't think I'm going to be able to. I'm going to start moving that way, but kind of limited by my distance.
Yes, you are long leg challenged.
Right.
Oh,
Do 5 more. And I think from here, I'm going to try to. Too far to heal Toph, but maybe I'll try an arrow at the ogre.
okay.
Oh, I forgot about the new character sheet.
Ah, yes, it's new. You can change to the other character sheet if you want. The new character sheet does everything the other one does, but you just have to get used to it. It's a little different.
Did we lose the finger slide out tab?
No, you just have to. The
Still
little
there.
finger one's over there.
Under the drip your blood icon. Should be.
I don't have it on my screen, oddly enough.
Over on the left-hand side.
Yeah, I lost that navigation with the finger pointing to the left side.
Oh, weird. Does anyone else have it missing?
No, I have it, but when I click on it, I only see like a quarter of what's there. Like it's hidden behind. It doesn't fully expand out like it used to.
Did both of you refresh your screens? I
Let me
assume
try
you
it
did.
again. Yeah, I did, but I'll try it again.
I'll try that again, but refresh with everyone else.
But you can roll from your character sheet. Let me. Where are you? You are here. Yeah, because it's working for me. I see all of your stuff. It's a famous last words, right?
Right. Oh, there we go. Okay. I have the finger again, now that I've refreshed again.
Oh, yeah. You giving it the finger. Got it. All right, so it looks like you do have it targeted with your longbow. You do a roll. It's a nice solid 15. It looks like it's a hit. And another... Poor bastard. Takes another 10 of damage. And do you have multi-attack? I do not recall.
No. Not in my turn. I can't move anywhere.
Awesome. All right. Tyros is up. And what was Tyros's? What were his directions?
They were to... Hold on. I'll read them.
And while you're doing that, I think he would move into range, but not get close up. And then I think he would attack with his range weapon.
He wanted to take the horse and cart through the desert, keeping a close hand on the dagger of warning, trying to make it to the caves as quickly as possible. We'll also be wanting to keep an eye out for Black Colt following us. So, I think he'd probably see if his dagger was vibrating.
Yeah.
Because he's not within range of the thing, but maybe there's something close, like coming in while we're distracted by this.
Yeah, I think his directions were for once you get past this and head into the Badlands. Because I said you guys are going to be heading into the Badlands. I think that's what he's talking about, is like being mindful as you're going through the Badlands for things. For now, I think he would pull up his longbow, attacking the flanked fire demon. He would roll normal, and he would not use. I don't think he would waste his sneak attack on this. And he does damage. Does anyone know if he gets multi-attack?
He does. He does.
All right, then I will do the same second verse, same as the first.
But I don't know if it's... I don't know what the rules are. I just always remembered him being able to do double.
I thought it was.
I don't know if it's like...
That's the hard part of playing. When you guys were at lower levels, it was easy for me to know all of your stuffs. Let me see here. Let me look under his features.
Feels like only if he like hits or something. I don't know.
No, I think that's what I was thinking too. Steady aim.
Yeah.
Advantage on your next attack roll. Okay, no, that's steady aim. Expert sneak attack. No. I don't think. I think he has to. I think he has to fire up one of his features to make that happen. Cancel that, and that ends his turn. That takes us to glory.
Cool. So I'm gonna move up towards Tempe, or sorry, towards Toph. I'm just gonna kind of stay behind her, but off to the side a little bit. Is that too far? I don't know. I can't read.
That's way too far. Until it's not green.
There we go.
There you go.
Okay. I do have a question though. So I know that we're in battle with the this ogre, sorry. But everyone was looking in different directions. Did anybody see anything before this happened? Like, did we need to roll for investigation or anything?
Did you want to do a group perception?
Well, I mean, I I guess it doesn't really matter because this thing has distracted us since then, and all our eyes are up forward. But okay.
No, we can roll a perception if you guys wanted to see anything from your original positions. Start a quick roll.
Well, what?
There it is.
That's amazing.
This is so cool. Oh my god.
I don't know why I have this other one going.
I mean, my perception of 4 isn't cool. Might as well have fumbled, but I'm sitting around picking my nose, I guess.
And Tyros.
Why does Dinjarin's bag of holding get one?
It was a mistake.
Oh.
I don't know how it got added to the thing. So I will
grab it.
eliminate that bag. All right, so it looks like Tempe, Stefanos, and Tempe, Stefanos. That's really all.
Okay. So Stefanos
you
was
guys
looking
perceived-
back, and Tempe was looking up and out.
Yeah. So anyway, you guys did a perception. You guys, as this was all sort of laying loose, you were scanning the area, looking for. You guys were just out of battle. You didn't, anything in your immediate areas within eyesight, within earshot, like nothing spectacular until you heard the thundering footsteps of that ogre coming out of the crevasse. It does cause you pause. You're wondering like what else awaits ahead, right? But from a immediate sense of danger, nothing specific as of yet within eyesight. So there you go.
Cool.
So you've made your move. Are you going to take an action or what?
Yes, I am. I have targeted the ogre, and I'm going to use my Eldritch Blast upon him.
Is that a line of sight or is that a... because you have Toph between you.
Oh, then I guess that would...
Is that something that shoots? That does, right?
Yeah.
From you to them? Yeah, so that would hit...
That would hit Toph.
Yeah.
I retract my... Once I get my hands ready, I'm like, oh, wait, this is a bad idea. I retract my idea, and I end my turn.
All right. All right, Fire Elemental Schnaff. Mr. Dinjarin, what would you like this to do?
He will just attack this guy that's on fire. He gets 2 attacks. They are a touch attack. And so basically he just reaches out and touches them.
All right, touch attack. Okay, so the action thing in the that we have that plugin for the actions, right? Or the module for the actions on character sheets. It doesn't work on mine anymore, so I'm going to probably disable that character sheet. Just so you guys know. So let me I have to make a quick note of that. Disable action module. And that was number 1. It's padding. What else didn't work, you guys? There was something else that wasn't working for everybody. Oh, the pop out? Pop out fix? Question mark? And I'll see if there's a fix for that, Dinjarin. If not, we'll probably have to disable it. Because there's no going back. Like, these modules, at some point they start being updated, and they stop working. So if that author is not going to update it, then we'll probably have to disable pop-ups. Or pop-ups.
Okie dokie.
Which is a bummer, right? Because I think a lot of people leverage that. To your point, right? For multi-monitors.
The character sheet popped out of the screen.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, yeah. Or did you say yours does?
No, I used to use it all the time until now that it's blown up.
Okay. yes, it broke. It broke. All right, so I have to figure out how to attack with him. So we go here, and we do touch. And it's normal. This poor ogre.
Really quickly, I have a question.
Oh, man. You can't
have-
no questions since it's not your turn yet, so hold on. I'm in the middle of rolling and everything, so no questions. Sorry, my brain is not firing on all cylinders. No multitasking. All right, so this guy, the fire elemental attacked the ogre and crits him.
Crit.
So it's a crit.
Bye, ogre.
And that ogre died. Looks like the death's not working. Does anyone else see a death icon?
No, I
Didn't
do
hear
not.
the sound either.
Not working. All right, making notes of that. And so I'll make him look dead myself in a second. But also I need to roll from the critical tables, see what happens. Maybe something spectacular.
Oh,
Oh, so it's sort of pointless, but at this point, like, this poor ogre's, like, egg is lopped off at the knee. So all you see is a pile of burning ogre bits. And, alas, he's dead. All right. That ends combat, and then I'll answer your question, Gloria.
Oh, is that you prompting me or?
No, I will tell you in 2 seconds. All right, so go ahead and, in the chat window, claim your new experience.
Ta-da!
All right, now,
Feel
Gloria,
like
I'm happy to
people-
answer your questions. What's up?
All right, I just had one question: is how can you tell that you have something equipped, or like something is like
you
if I
open
have
the pointy finger tray, it tells you, and then you have to equip it on your character sheet. I hope I answered that correctly.
but
Yeah, I'm looking at
My
inventory. So open your character sheet.
yeah, that's when I click my name.
Okay, I don't know how you open it, but it'll be this fancy with a red top. It's really fancy looking now.
Yeah.
Okay.
so
On the
I'll
right-hand
say I was
side-
having the same issue earlier on the new character sheet, understanding what was equipped and wasn't anymore.
Yeah, so on the right-hand side,
Yeah.
you'll see some little tabs. There's something that says options. I don't know. Oh, that says actions. I need to remove that tool. So that first tab is dead. Ignore it. The next one down is details with little gear. The one below that is inventory. So if you click inventory, you'll see
What
equipped
tab?
is on the right-hand side. The little tabs that pop out on the right-hand side.
Oh, they're those little black things. Oh, I got them confused with the landscape. Okay,
Yeah.
got it. All right, that's all. That's what I needed to know. I'll figure it out. Cool.
Okay.
Thanks.
Nice. All right. Does anyone want to use? So, like, here's a question for you. So I can disable this plugin. I don't think anyone's going to use it now, but up at the top of your character sheet, there's a little paper doll icon. It looks like a little doll, like a little person, a single person. If you click it, it pops open sort of a Baldur's Gate-esque, like, drag things to slots. Right? Now, it doesn't know what you have equipped. Right now, you'll need to drag the things that are already equipped to it. Once you've done it once, it remembers. It synchronizes what's equipped and what's not. It doesn't load with all of that by default. So you have to basically set it up. But this is another way for you to, like, say, oh, I want boots, and you drag it to the boots. Does anyone want this? Or if you guys are like, I'm not going to use this, I'm not going to load it, because everything I don't load makes the game faster. But it's a pretty
I'll just
handy way
use
to
the
sort of
character
see.
sheet.
Is that the same with everybody?
Yeah, probably. For now.
Okay. All right, so I may not keep this one because why? It's pretty cool, but like at the same time, the problem it was solving, because we're designers, right? The problem it was solving is, do I have 2 pairs of boots equipped? How many rings can I have equipped? And it allows you to sort of make sure that you have one thing. So, like for instance, you see the 3 little spheres in the upper right-hand corner. That's because you can only have 3 attuned items at once, right? So, but I think with the new character sheets, I think it's kind of overkill. So I think I'm going to get rid of paper dolls. It's a pretty cool thing, though. I have to say, like the mod developer is named Ripper. He did the Epic Rolls one as well. It's pretty cool, but I think it might be a little overkill given where we're at with everything now. All right, that's the end of that. I don't need to beat that horse anymore. All right, so you guys are now out of combat, right? There's the battering ram Slambo is. Oh yeah, the hide. By the way, the hide is just his little loincloth is all that is. So I will remove that in his inventory.
Hey,
So
friends,
he does.
I
He
gotta
doesn't.
drop suddenly. I'm so sorry. But I will help you smash in my absence.
Yeah, are you okay?
Awkward.
Everything's good. Happy to play your character.
Yeah,
I guess the goal is to get off this page.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. All good. Thank y'all.
Okay.
Hi.
All right. So let me add Toph didn't claim her experience. I'll give that to her. All right. So you guys are there.
Hi.
You're looking at this bridge. Your fire elemental is unscathed. It's good for probably another half hour. Did you guys want to sort of gather up on him, or what's your plan?
I'm sorry. Gather up on what?
The fire elemental.
I still wanted
we
him
want
to
to send him
continue
across
across
the
the
bridge.
bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm assuming it's gender. It's just elemental. It
All right.
across the bridge.
All right. So I'm taking him as full wit. So as your fire elemental approaches the bridge, a couple of more ogres just on the other side of the bridge. Who can see this? So it'd be Toph. Oh, pretty much everybody. All of you coming out of this across the bridge. There looks to be some sort of like a decorative cave. There's no way to describe it.
A little glowy.
Yeah, 2 ogres pop out. So that's probably their ogre stash. So no sooner have you wiped the floor, that poor other battering ram ogre, then these other 2 pop out of that cave. Which, hey, anyone want to guess what's happening now? Duh. You are now back in combat. Please roll for initiative. I'll take care of Tyros and Toph.
And Toph.
All right. But the good news is, right, like nothing else has popped out. So it looks like those last 2 ogres. Actually, let me see. I'm gonna have you guys roll. Tyros. Insight. I really do like this epic roll.
Yeah, sweet.
And we're just waiting for Dinjarin. Zoom a zoom. Yeah, so solid enough. Yeah, sort of doing the mental math, understanding terrain. Sort of, you guys study the walls, the cliff sides, the sort of the sheerness. This is definitely a choke point. You can see why the ogres would have set up shop here to hijack, the high value things. Oh, look at that! There's Tyros has joined us.
Tyros is back.
So they're hijacking sort of the high value carts and so forth that comes through. So that insight probably tells you, Tempe and Stephanos and Dinjarin, that although Dinjarin's not very bright, so maybe he wouldn't be able to put this together. That initial goblin, probably I was identifying like, hey, are these carts? Do they look like we could beat them? Do they look like they have stuff we might want and whatever else, right? So that's probably why some people make it through here with no problem and others don't. They're probably pretty choiceful. But looking at that terrain and everything I just detailed, your gut tells you that these are probably the last 2 ogres that you need to deal with. And, they stand sort of between you and getting past this little mountain pass. But you are in combat, so Tyros, welcome. You're joining the team already in combat. I'm going to hit begin combat.
We have more ogres, do we?
Well, you had, so what you missed was you had a battering ram ogre whose job was to slam people over the ravine, just like to knock them over the ravine. And unfortunately, the first person that he tried to ram across was a fire elemental, which has no mass. So he went right through it, started on fire, and then he didn't even get to take a turn.
That's awesome.
Yeah, well, it's awesome for you guys. It's not so awesome for me. He thwarted my plans, right? I mean, if you think about logistically, like, he could have knocked your cart off the ravine. He could have knocked you off the ravine. I was going to have a lot of fun with that battering ram, but no! For those of you who are Marvel heroes, you could sort of liken it to somebody, one of the Marvel bad guys. Anyone? Come on, Marvel people.
Wait,
The
fire
ogre?
guy? Or are you talking like Juggernaut?
Juggernaut, there you go. Think Juggernaut from Deadpool, right? All right. Anywho, which by the way we watched with. I watched over my unfortunate break. We watched Deadpool with two 12-year-old little girls and forgot just how filthy Deadpool was.
R-rated.
Oh, R-rated, yeah.
Oh, for the violence wasn't
For
the
a
problem.
very good reason.
Yes, for the language and the sexual content that I had
Innuendos.
forgotten about, all the innuendo, the child bits. Like it was, I had forgotten that it is not safe for kids. So we should have watched Once Upon a Deadpool, which was the clean version. Anyway, on that note, Tyros, you are up. You, from where you stand, do you see? Oh, you do. You have line of sight to the ogres, but I don't know how far it is. How far is that?
I am trying to...
It is...
Where am I? Oh, I'm right there.
180 feet. So it's if you decide that you want to do a ranged weapon, you have to roll with disadvantage.
Yeah, I can also move.
You can?
180 feet. That still doesn't give me enough. Does not give me enough.
I think your range isn't
okay,
isn't your range weapon 160?
I thought it was only 120. Oh no, my sight is 120. Right. Sorry, there's a whole new. This interface is all brand new here.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. And by the way, I was measuring from the wrong person. So from where you stand.
Oh, I'm right here.
Yeah, from where you stand, actually it is 185 feet, 190 feet.
Ooh.
To those two gentlemen.
Yeah, let me just see what my. Sorry if I'm holding everybody up here.
No, we all discussed there's a brand new character sheet. So you guys have been upgraded. This game has been upgraded to the latest version of D&D, which is officially supported by Wizards of the Coast. So you're going to see a lot of really incredible stuff hopefully happening soon. But it completely broke so many modules. So that's what I've been working on, is making sure they're all working and they're all ready. And this is the first game we played with this new system. One of the changes was the improvements to the character sheet. So I will probably be disabling the other character sheets going forward.
Yeah, I'm trying to find where my cantrip is.
That little left window thing still works.
I never had the cantrip in there. It never showed up. I had to actually go into the character sheet to use it.
Oh, I wonder why.
Firebolt.
We'll have to look into
I
that
know.
too. Oh, I see it it's under spells. It says at will
so.
and then cantrip.
Yep. Cantrip, what is the range? Range is 120 feet. So you said I am 180 feet away?
180 for one of them and 185 for the other.
Okay, so I can do it with a disadvantage, right?
From where you are, you need to step around. There's a slight outcropping of rocks.
Yeah.
So you need to move to maybe here-ish, roughly in that area.
Alright. I don't have the ability to move.
You're probably in measuring mode. That's typically what it is.
No. I got token control selected and the very top square. Like I can't even select my character.
Okay, Dinjarin, how did you fix that? Maybe click
Is
off
he
of token
associated to me,
control.
or is someone?
I
someone
just
else
kept
using
clicking
it?
on it.
click maybe select targets and then click back on select tokens. Right?
Does he have control of his because you were controlling it? Do you need to...
Yeah, no, I don't. I can always control any of yours, but I can make sure that he isn't being controlled by someone else. You played last time, right, Tyrus?
I did.
Configure ownership.
Okay, so I've got that guy targeted.
Yeah, you're owner.
No.
All right, so you're trying to move right about to here?
Yeah, somewhere around there, yeah.
Okay, maybe now you'll be able to move it. I don't know. Oh, I'm sorry. It's because it's not your turn. It's Tempe's turn.
Tempe's turn. That'll be why.
I'm going to move you back, David. I'm going to move you back.
Okay. That's fine.
So now that we've got that taken care of, Tempe, you want to take your turn. And you can move the green, but not more than the green. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. And let's see if I can target one of these guys.
Let's see how far it is for you. So for you, it is...
I have 600 feet.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're... Because, yeah, they're 195 away, so... 600 feet, holy smokes.
Let me double check that.
And my thought is that we'll play to the bottom of this round, and then we'll call it for the day. Does that work for you guys?
Cool. Not gonna consume
and thank you for humoring me and playing today. You know, even though it's my day off, it's nice to get my head back into other
it's
stuff.
good to be back.
So Tempe's going to make it count this time, I bet. So yes, so Tempe does hit, and Tyros, you'll see that a lot of the visuals, like a lot of the damage stuff, like all of that's significantly different than it used to be. All right, so yeah, you do 23 points of damage. Holy smokes! You see blood splatter from this thing. Second arrow looks like it connected as well. And again, another symphony of blood droplets like splatter the area around the ogre.
Take that, you brute.
So Brute by Fabergé. Thank you. Someone remembers what my reference.
Oh yeah, as a team I used Fireball.
Now Dinjarin is up.
All right, Dinjarin.
I can't really do anything from where I am, so I'm just gonna walk forward again.
Boring. But you do get to control the elemental at least.
And that's it.
All right, Tyros, now it is your turn. Now you should be able to move yourself.
All right. Yeah. So I pulled that too far.
The red means that you're running into walls. You have to go around the walls.
I see. There are walls everywhere?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? No. You can move there.
North.
It's because we used your movement when it wasn't your turn. That's why.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you can move your 30
Alright,
feet.
so
That's fine.
yeah, I'll move there. I will target. Move guy. How far away is he? Because my longbow actually goes 150.
He is. Well, your lucky day. He's 100 and he's 155. No wait. Hold on. Looks like 150. 150.
150? Okay.
So that is just at the upper end of your spectrum.
Oh, and I don't have my longbow equipped. So I will roll with disadvantage.
No, actually, that's you do have it equipped. I equipped it last round. I must have not pushed the thing, so I had equipped it for you.
Oh, okay.
So let me make sure it's equipped. And there's little right in your new character sheet. There's little tabs down the right-hand side.
Yeah.
The second one is equip.
Just the previous roll.
And you were doing the longbow or the short bow, right? Longbow?
Longbow, yeah.
I equipped it for you.
Thank you.
So you attack and you hit. A solid hit. This poor chain brute, man.
Nice.
And he is the bigger of the two, you can see. Another solid 9 points of damage.
All right. And I will end my turn.
All right. It is Toph's turn. Does Toph have... I need to change her character sheet to the other character sheet. Vault. Save. There we go. And I'll figure out the character sheet stuff with you guys later on. And in her inventory, does she have any range? She has a javelin. 120 feet is its max. Oh, she has a short bow. And it's also equipped. And it goes 80 easily, 320 with disadvantage. So she's going to step forward.
Am I allowed to talk to Toph even though it's not my turn?
Yes, you can talk to on her turn if you want to talk to her because she's within range right now that you could yell to her.
Help me. After this shot, help me with a tripwire.
Where? Because she said, she's like, I'm moving down, down the path. Where did you want to do the tripwire?
I think I can use this drawing tool. I want to do it.
Just hold Q down and draw. If you hold Q down while you're holding it down, draw. Right there.
So behind this rock, and then I'm gonna go into this tree area, and I have a 50-foot rope. She agreed to doing a tripwire with me when we were back up on the ledge.
Okay,
so this isn't like new
this
to
would be her
her
action then. So you want her to attach part of it?
No,
It takes
well,
care of
no,
her
because my action is going to be handing it to her and then moving over to the other. So her action can still be to shoot the ogre and then go into her spot, or at least come to my spot or near me, so I can throw the rope to her.
I defer to the party, but Toph is to use her short bow. She needs to move forward her maximum distance.
Oh.
So do you want her to prioritize the... And you're the leader.
Just use the short bow.
Sure?
Never mind. Maybe somebody else can help me with the tripwire. Maybe Stefanos can help me.
So she's right. She gets to right here, which puts her well into the range of success, and she's going to target this gentleman. And attacks with her short bow. It's a normal attack. She's just trying to clean house. Oh, and she crits.
Oh, maybe
So, Gloria, you're thinking like you made the right call because she critted. So, she's pretty sure this is going to wipe this guy out. So, yeah, so he's dead.
Okay. Well, then
And
we don't.
she gets to roll from the crit table. And the crit table tells her... A catchy tune enters your target's mind. They are paralyzed for 2 rounds as their OCD forces them to sing the entire song in their head. You can hear they're humming it, but they are otherwise motionless. Hum the tune you hear to your party. And so, right before this poor chain brute fell to its death, you swore that you heard it humming, "Come, I'm sailing away," by Styx.
No.
Yeah, and
Goes on forever.
If you know that song, you know that you can't think of that song without having to think of the entire song all at once. Or at least that is the rule that was set forth by South Park. But anyway, this poor guy...
I was just going to say.
This poor thing drops to its death. And Toph ends her turn. Snarf. Alright, Dinjarin, what's Snarf doing? Or is it pronounced Snarf?
He will just I guess, go across and try to get right up and attack and kill this guy. If he can, I don't know what it is.
All right, so
how far
what's
that
his?
is.
I think he can go 40 feet. There's no way that he can pull this off. Yep, yeah, he can. So his movement takes him legit right next to the ogre, which kind of pisses me off, you guys. If you want to know the truth, what's up with that?
And then he will do his multi-attack. Fire
Give me 1
touch, I
second.
guess. On it.
Okay, so he's gonna do what now? The fire touch, right?
Yeah.
Touch. So he touches
I mean,
him.
that's the only attack he has, so.
It's a pretty lame attack too, wouldn't you agree? Like, it doesn't do much damage at all. All right, so it started him on fire. Ouch.
And he
that
does
was
get
his
2
first-
attacks.
He gets a second attack now. So no sooner did his left hand reach out and touch someone,
Another
his right
touch.
hand reaches out and just says hi. And that is a reference that maybe none of you will get. It's the old AT&T jingle. Reach out and touch someone. Another 10 points of damage. So this minion is on fire, and you see it staggering, like it's just reeling in pain. It's hard to concentrate when you're on fire. I don't know if anyone's ever been on fire, but it's just hard to concentrate. Glory, you're up.
Yes, I'm gonna move forward. I just also wanted to make a comment that
Mhm.
for the ogre that was the first ogre that was on fire,
Yeah.
his loincloth was left behind when in fact there would be no loincloth left behind. So
Yes, that is true.
Was
But
it charred?
It was part of his charred body.
Yeah.
What would have been
Why
left
am I not
behind was
moving?
ogre barbecue. Are you in token movement or are you in measuring still?
well, I'm trying to get out of measurement, but it's
It's a little
still
selector box.
highlighted. I know it. There, I'm target now. Nope, I can't move.
Do you have the
Can't I
little
move?
selector box? So it should be the token,
Yes.
the person.
Okay, there we go. Yep, got it. All right.
You guys may
Alright,
not know this,
I'm
but
just-
that's the most common statement I make in D&D is, is a selector box selected?
All right. I'm
It's not
30
just you guys,
feet,
it's everybody.
and I am going to equip myself with the Baphomet Dragon Slayer sword. But it's
Ooh.
not attuned yet, so I'm just equipping myself, and then
Okay.
I'm gonna
So it just
my
operates
turn.
as a normal sword at that point.
exactly. Yeah.
All right,
I do want to
Stephanos.
equip myself.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead and what were you finish your sentence?
No, I said I do want to attune it at some point. So
Perfect. That'll just take a long rest.
Yes.
Stephanos, you're up.
I'm gonna make my max move. Oops.
Which is, I think, 20. That's way farther than your max move.
Sorry. I wasn't zoom enough to see.
Hold on, let me put you back where you were. And oops, sorry, one more head there. And your max move is 25.
25 max move, and then I'm gonna take a healing potion because I didn't realize I got hurt at some point.
Oh,
I guess
yeah.
I missed last week.
That was I think you missed that episode.
Yes.
So you just target yourself and then roll the potion, and it'll do that for you.
You took a little damage, but you dished it out as well.
You did, and I think that takes you back up to full health, right?
Yes.
Yep. So
So that-
you're feeling pretty good. That was then your whatever. So this poor ogre on its turn, guess what it has to do? Roll fire damage. So you guys see this minion. Does he have multi? Yeah. So he has he's on fire, and the only action he's going to take right now is douse fire. And so he's now not on fire. But you guys, that ended his turn. That's the only action he gets to take.
how does
So
he
my-
douse the fire? Like
It's like this.
passive song?
Yeah.
Oh.
Stop, drop, and roll.
I mean,
Yeah.
like, I feel like sometimes doesn't do anything. Just fans it, right?
Well, yeah, but all he has is a little loincloth on, right? So it didn't take much to pat it down. But the good news is, in this top-down perspective, you don't see his ogre parts like dangling in the wind now, with a charred loincloth barely covering anything up. So we're still PG-13 as far as I'm concerned. So you guys want to end here, or you guys want to finish this guy off? I defer to the wisdom of the group.
Why don't you do?
I just got here, so I'm good to play.
What's that?
Why don't you do a
I said I
poll?
just.
Let's do a poll.
Yeah, I just got here, so I'm good to play.
Okay, give me 1 second. Shift P. Great new poll. Option 1. All right, I'm going to save this. This is a good poll to have. And I'm going to see single vote. Nope, yeah, single vote. Show results. And it's public. And I'm going to create and save. Here we go. Boom. Please vote. Oh, you guys are making my day. All right. On that, we have spoken. So let's reset initiative. Everyone, please roll your initiative. Now we just have Stephanos and Glory we're waiting on. Now we're waiting on Stephanos. I'll assume that maybe Stephanos stepped away for a second, so I'll roll her initiative. And then, next round begins. Glory, you are up.
Sorry, I'm getting attacked. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna move forward, and since 30 feet.
Yep. Your dog needs to roll damage on you.
Yeah, no kidding.
And then you have a lingering effect of dog slobber.
No kidding. All right, and then I don't think I have anything that can go that far. Cause how far is this? Let's see. This is. Damn it! How far was that?
How far is I think you went 25 feet.
No. What's I can't zoom in and see that. What is that?
Oh, it's it looks like it's 100 feet.
100 feet?
Yep.
Okay. If I do Eldritch Blast, how far? What's the range? Doesn't say. Oh, 120 feet. Okay, so that I could do it with my Eldritch Blast against this ogre. I'm gonna do it.
All right. You're gonna have a blast doing your Eldritch Blast. I would really like at some point to be able to take one of the monster's turns to attack. But,
No can do.
you guys have played this level very well, just so you know. All right, dexterity saving throw on that. Normal. And it looks like did it succeed? Where'd it go? It failed, so it takes full damage.
Oh. Okay.
Gloria, did you have yourself
I
targeted?
love that response.
Gloria, you had yourself targeted, so you gave yourself 16 points of damage.
My God. All
So I'm
right.
going to give you back
whatever.
16 points of damage.
Oh, wow, you're gonna be nice to me. I thought you were gonna make me own that one. All right, cool.
Just make sure you don't target yourself.
I was.
Yeah, and that 16 should have went to the ogre. So let's give the ogre the 16 points of damage. 16, and down we go.
Oh,
And
when I kill, I have the Dark One's blessing. So when you reduce a hostile creature to 0 HP, you gain 12
temporary
temp
hit points.
hit points. Yeah.
Awesome. That's a really great thing to have. Let me find out in the new character sheet where that is.
Okay.
Hit points. Oh, there it is. So 12.
Thanks. And I'm gonna end my turn.
All right. So now you have additional 12. You see you have an additional 12 hit points on top. And guess what, you guys? That ends combat.
Natural stop.
So the natural stop, I think, would be getting to the end of the level there. I'm gonna
Crossing the bridge, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll add Toph's for her. Who else is missing? Tyros, you can add your own. So in the chat window, you'll see there's additional experience points awarded to you.
we're getting there.
Yep. And then let me see what we have here. I'll put us in free reign in just a second. Stone Bridge. Yeah, and then if you guys want, so that you guys see, there's a cave. So the ogres have nothing, so I'm going to remove their carcasses. So you see, there's a cave just beyond the bridge. That's where the ogres were hiding out. I'm going to move free movement. I'm going to have you guys roll a quick perception check for me. So give me 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. And perception. Start epic roll. You probably haven't seen this, Tyros.
Oh!
It's okay to fumble on one of these. That's when, if you're going to fumble, it's on one of those.
No perception.
Yeah, so you guys sort of learned your lesson. You've taken sort of look around your surroundings, and you feel like the coast is clear through the peak, the rest of the peak. You don't sense any other monsters. You don't hear any other thing. You don't see any traps. You're feeling pretty good. You guys have free movement. Dinjarin, do you want to dismiss the fire elemental? He has about 2 rounds left in him. If you want to keep him around, that's fine too.
I want to send him inside the cavern.
All right. So he goes into the cavern. And there you go. He's in there. So yeah, so he's in the cavern. He can't communicate with you, right? Now, if anyone drags their character off of the bridge, I will make you roll an athletics check, just so you know. All right, so you're all gathered up on the bridge. I'm guessing you may have some questions about the bridge, then.
Yes.
All right. What is your question?
Who went on the bridge?
Oh, well. No
So
question.
Dinjarin sees you guys all stop. He just sort of shoulders you guys. He just sort of clods his way as he does across the bridge, with his armor clanging. The bridge seems super solid. It's ancient.
Okay.
It's been there a long time, and there's no traps.
Dinjarin figured his fire elemental went across, so it has to be okay.
Of course, Dinjarin forgot that his fire elemental has no mass.
I'm gonna be like those people that walk through doors and then just stand right in the middle of the entrance of that door. That's me right now. That's me and Dinjarin.
And there's nothing in the cave, so that's good.
Nothing?
No, there's no monsters in the cave. I just wanted to make sure there was no lingering monsters.
Well, there is a fire elemental.
So if you guys enter the cave now, you will start on fire. And if he backs out, anyone within 5 feet will start on fire. So if anyone gets any
glow.
Take a step back.
So does anyone? Are you dismissing him? Or are you keeping him? What do you want to do with him, Jaron?
I want him to go further in the cave.
That's as far as it goes.
Oh.
It's
What?
Well, I can't. I can't dismiss him. It's not a dismissible thing. It is he's here until the time of like whatever time frame he.
Where did you want to send him? Do you want to send him into the ravine? I mean, you can do. Or where do you want him to go?
Well, I guess since you're not gonna let me bring him in the cave,
he's in the cave. He's as far as in the cave as he's gonna get. Like that's as far as the cave goes. It's a pretty shallow cave. It's more of a storage.
Ah, okay. I misunderstood what it is. Like he'll just stay there. He'll hang out in the storage.
But we want to see what's in there, man.
Yeah, say like Toph is like, dude, I want to search the cave.
All right. Well then, he'll just come out. Like, I can't send him anywhere because he will burn all of us.
Well, I mean,
send him down the ravine.
I guess he'll come over here somewhere.
All right.
Yeah.
So when he comes out, Tempe, you're gonna start on fire, just so you know.
Ah!
Yeah, you're gonna give him. Yeah. Okay. So he's here. He's here.
Well, wait. Where I am, it extends. I think there's a whole other pathway this way, guys. Do you want to send your own?
That's the Badlands. Once you get to that point, you're in a whole different scene.
Well, cave first.
So Tempe
That's
said
what
he's
I'm
sending
saying.
him to the ravine. So
Why can't we bring him with us?
Because he already commanded him to go into the ravine, and he sizzles.
You just don't want to play him anymore.
Well, no. To be frank, like he only had about a minute left in his time anyway. But yeah, he goes into the ravine and he looks up at you with sort of like these puppy dog eyes, Dinjarin, as he goes sizzle, 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 and he's gone.
I didn't send him into the ravine, so.
Oh, didn't
why
you?
he would look at him?
Oh, hold on.
No.
He was out of time anyway.
Then where was he?
I
Here?
mean, he's out of time. Like I told him just to like right there, as close to the edge as he could.
Well, okay, so he's either in the ravine or I need to set Tempe on fire. One of the two. Or I could pull him right here if you want. That's as close as I can get him. So
Tempe made his choice. I never send him in the ravine. That's all I'm gonna say.
No one walk within. I'm assuming no one's gonna walk within 5 feet of this thing.
Okay.
All right, so Tempe, you're up at the cave. If you want to search, click your
Investigation?
Yep, investigation.
Where is that on the macro bar? It's the.
You find yourself a +1. Or no, you find 1 battle axe. I mean, put that in your inventory, I assume, and you wanna, or you can give it to someone else later.
Toph probably might want it. It's going to be too heavy for Tempe.
Okay, you want? I'll give it to Toph.
So let's put it in a team.
Oh, you want it in a team? Okay, hold on.
Yeah, and then we can tell Toph next time, and if Toph wants it.
Give me 2 shakes. I gotta open up the Smite Force inventory. Party storage. Alright, let me pull it in there. Battle axe.
I don't know if that was fruitful technically, but
Alright, so you've looked. It looks like
rest here or keep going.
Toph also wants to search the cave to see if she finds anything. Oh, she found 2 breastplates. And she knows that those things are worth about 400 gold each. Those are nice. Medium armor. So she's going to throw that in the party inventory as well. Yeah, so these ogres are... This is a treasure hoard. That's what it is.
Is there still more to search? Since I'm right there, could I walk over and do it?
Seems like you got to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Stefanos also can search. If you guys are all just going to search, you can search from anywhere. You don't have to get right up on it if you don't want to. Although it is funny, if anyone walks within 5 feet of this thing, I'm going to make them start on fire.
It's just the eyeglass?
Yeah, it's when it says investigation.
Magnifying glass and...
You found 2 flutes, Dinjarin. Should I throw those in your inventory? Or do you want to not leave them? You don't want them?
I'll just toss them on the floor.
Ooh,
all right.
Silver.
Do you want the silver, Tyros?
How much is there?
It's worth about. Hold on. Silver. It's worth about 5 gold pieces of silver.
Nah. I don't want to be over encumbered with silver.
Your miner's pick is worth about 2 gold pieces. Do you want your miner's pick, Glory?
No.
Then does
I mean,
anyone-
unless I can use it as a weapon.
You can use it to pick through rock.
Yeah, but I can't like use it to hit someone's shins as they attack. Run past me.
It would be the equivalent of a melee weapon, so you're better off with a sword or something.
No, I do not. I do not want
There's
it.
2 flutes laying on the ground from Ninjarin. Does anyone want the flutes? Or a flute?
Do the flutes like exhibit any sort of
They're just
interesting
normal flutes.
character?
Yeah, they're just normal
Oh,
flutes.
then no.
They
For sitting
emit
around the
no
fire.
arcana.
Yeah, there's no arcana. No roll needed. They're pretty much like go to the music store, get a couple of flutes. Stefanos, did you want to roll?
I do, but I can't actually open my character sheet anymore.
Oh, that's very weird.
It might be in your macro bar at the bottom.
Yeah,
I'm not
the
sure if you
macro
wrote
bar
about
is
it.
where the investigation is. It's a little magnifying glass.
Okay.
Oh, there's also in your Oh, you found a
A
backpack.
backpack.
Would you like a backpack?
I will pass.
It is empty. I think that is for everyone. And then now I'm going to roll for you to see if there's any shady goods found. So collectively, you all sort of see, sort of off in the dark, sort of tucked away, is the Rod of Lordly Might. This rod has a flanged head. It functions as a magic mace that grants a +3 bonus attack on damage rolls made with it. The rod has properties associated with 6 different buttons that are set in a row along the haft. It has 3 other properties as well, as detailed below. So the 6 buttons, you can press one of the rod's 6 buttons as a bonus action. A button's effect lasts until you push a different button or until you push the same button again, so basically on-off, which causes the rod to revert to its normal form. If you press button 1, it becomes a flame tongue, as a fiery blade sprouts from the end of... Oh my god, this is awesome. Opposite of the rod's flanged head, you choose the... you choose the type of sword. If you press button 2, the flanged head... The flanged head folds down, and 2 crescent-shaped blades spring out, transforming the rod into a magic battle axe. Right? Button 3, the rod's flanged head... I gotta open this up. There it is. Button 3, the rod's flanged head folds down, and a spear point springs from the tip, and the rod handle lengthens to a 6-foot half, transforming the rod into a magical sphere that grants a +3 bonus to attack. Button 4, the rod transforms into a climbing pole up to 50 feet long, as you specify. It serves as it's as hard as granite, and a spike at the bottom, and 3 hooks at the top anchor the pole. Button 5, the rod transforms into a handheld battering ram, and grants the user a +10 bonus to strength checks made to break through doors, barricades, and other barriers. This seems too good to be true. Why did I give it to you? If you press button 6, the rod assumes or remains in its normal form and indicates a magnetic north. Right? So it always will. It'll always point magnetically to the north. It gives you knowledge of your approximate depth beyond the ground of your height above it. So basically, if you're in a cave, you'll know about how far down you are. Now, because that's not enough. When you hit a creature with a melee attack using the rod, you can force the target to make a DC 17 Constitution saving throw. On a failure, it takes an additional 4d6 necrotic damage. Paralyze. When you hit a creature with this melee attack using the rod, you can force the target to make a DC 17 saving throw. On failure, they are paralyzed for 1 minute. Or, alternately, Terrify. When holding the rod, you can use an action to force each creature you can see within 30 feet of it to make a DC 17 wisdom saving throw. And on a failure, the target is frightened for 1 minute. A frightened target can repeat the saving throw on the end of each of their turns. So it's just
Pretty
sitting
fantastic.
there.
But question: Is this a martial weapon or simple weapon? Does it say? Like, is there a way to
It's a
understand?
magical weapon. Attunement is required.
Because usually even magical weapons will state whether it's a martial or simple.
So it is a. I think this is a. Given its badassery, this would be a martial weapon.
I say we do a vote.
So, just out of curiosity, how many of us are proficient with martial weapons? Just throwing. Dinjarin's just throwing that out there.
Tyros and Toph.
So Toph.
So I would imagine Toph is an expert with martial weapons. Or can use martial weapons.
All right, so let me.
I know I can.
So I'm going to. I see that your leader, your elected leader, for this this time. So I'm going to create a new poll.
You create a poll like who should have this. You're going to get a bunch of ones across the board.
It's gonna be me.
I don't care either way.
I can use this.
Okay, so hold on. So it is.
Who doesn't have a magical weapon? Is the question.
I do not have any magical weapons. I am magic, but I do not have any.
Don't you have a magical sword that you
I have not attuned it yet, so therefore it is just a sword.
But it is magical.
Sure.
It can be magical. Anything can be magical.
Stephanos, hold on.
I can see that Tempe doesn't want me to have the rod. I'm just saying that I am the only one here that has shown a history of being interested in rods. So
she does love her rods.
I have I have skin in this game, although I do think we should vote.
Who should?
I have a magical weapon, so I'm cool.
But Dinjarin, despite being not very bright, asked the most important question here, which is who could use it. So you have to be able to. Anyone can have the rod, right. Anyone can attune to the rod, but unless you can use martial weapons, you won't be able to wield it.
Right.
Oh, where do we find out if we can use martial weapons?
It's a part of your character class. I can tell you, I know who can't use it out of game, but as Dinjarin, I won't say anything. But I know who could actually use this weapon versus who can't wield the weapon.
You would all know if you could use it. So Dinjarin, you can share this out of game for people who don't maybe.
Rangers, warlocks, rangers, rogues, and clerics won't be able to use this weapon because they can't use martial weapons. I think myself, Toph, and Glory probably can. Glory, it depends on what your path of warlock you took.
Tiefling.
No, not tiefling.
I can use martial weapons, but
you can?
I don't need it. Yeah.
Okay, then I guess you can. I know with rangers, it may be based off of what path as a ranger you get. I would say we give it to Toph for now because I will. When she's back, I'm going to bargain a trade with her for it. So.
So the four people that can use, I just sent you the bubo, barbarian.
Oh yeah,
fighter,
barbarian fighter,
paladin, and ranger. That's it. That's the only people that can use it. Anyone can own it, but not everybody can use it. So it looks like.
So that might be also then
what is
Glory.
A fighter?
She's a barbarian, I believe.
Yeah, she's a barbarian.
So Glory, you may not also be able to use that sword that you have then, the sword, Baphomet sword, just because. But again, I think a warlock who takes the something blade, the hex blade path, can use it, martial weapons, but I don't remember.
Yeah, it is a martial melee.
Yeah, can you guys take a look? Because I hadn't checked to see. I thought you went the path where you could use melee weapons. If you did not, then you can use the sword. What is it? I think the rule is like you can use a martial weapon, but you use it at disadvantage. I think.
Yeah, because it's essentially too heavy or something for you. I forget what it is.
Yeah, because you really struggle with it, and then but you don't get any of the benefit of any magical properties or any of that stuff either.
Yeah, it's just a weapon.
Well, Dinjarin, do you have any of other do you still have that helmet? Do you want to switch?
So I do have a helmet and I do have Baphomet small, but that's why I'll talk to Toph because I think the poll says Toph gets it. But next game I will just pose a trade to her and see if she would want something else. but
All right, so
Okay, well, you don't want to trade with me now.
no.
does
Well,
have-
I didn't know. Is that what are you proposing a trade?
Well, yeah, I need to get rid of this sword because I'm not going to use it anymore. And I need something, right? I mean, I actually have 2 swords. So if anybody else wants my other sword...
Well, is it
If you
is
want
it
to trade, you could spin one up with me if you're wanting to trade something.
Can I point something out to you guys? Can you guys all open your character sheet up, the new character sheet? And if you're not in the new character sheet, please let me know. And I'm gonna switch it to the new character. I'm switching.
What happened to all my money?
How did I get a crossbow?
I don't know. You probably have had it and just didn't notice it. So in the new sheet, the reason you don't need this action one anymore is if you see where it says drop a favorite, you can drag weapons into that, and that makes them a favorite. So basically, the new character sheet, go into inventory tab.
Okay.
And so for Toph, I'm going to use, like, she uses, I think, longsword +2. And I'll put that into her drop a favorite.
Where's the drop a favorite at?
On the left.
bottom left.
On the left.
Yeah. And then what happens is, see, then that favorite then shows up on every tab in your favorites on the left-hand side. So you can drop anything into favorites, right? Like a spell, a sword, or whatever else.
Oh.
It's basically that action plugin that we don't need anymore.
Stop.
Cool, huh?
Trying to drop something and it brings up the information on the thing is kind of annoying. Like as I'm trying to grab it to drop it, it keeps doing a pop-up.
And I also can now send, so I don't have to read things to you ever again if I don't want to. I think I can send this description to the chat.
So can you do that with spells too then? Can your spells be favorites?
Yep.
Wait, what?
There you go.
Where are you guys dragging from?
The inventory.
Inventory.
Not from the character.
So the other
In the character sheet, there's these black and gold tabs on the right. If you go to one, it's inventory, and that changes your main view.
So the other thing I wanted to point out to you guys is, you guys know how to open up your macro folder, right? The little folder icon by your macros. If you click that, and you go into public, there's going to be a couple more that you don't roll unless I tell you to. But there's one for quests. There's one for change clothes. The change clothes one is handy since you guys all have costumes. If you drag that down to your macro bar, when you click it, it'll toggle between your outfits without you having to like right click and all that nonsense. It'll just automatically toggle your like it'll put your Santa hat on. It'll turn off your other stuff. The other is gifts and shady goods. The only time I'll ask you to roll those is when if like you're talking to a vendor in a back alley or something. I may have you roll the shady goods to see what they give you. But anyway, those are just some new macros there. Gather and harvest is coming very soon. I'm trying to lock down everything else, and then you guys are going to get to start doing gathering and harvesting. Gloria, I think you'll be especially interested in this one because it's like finding ingredients for things and creating spells and creating weapons. And I don't know if anyone plays Minecraft, think Minecraft. So there you go.
Okay. So I'm going to just put it out there that I have a great sword, which is a martial melee, and I have the Baphomet's Dragon Slayer martial melee. So if anybody is interested in either one of these things, you can offer me a trade.
I don't know if I have anything you would want.
You don't know that? You can offer me a trade.
Do you want a helmet? Pretty sturdy, good helmet. Strong.
I could be convinced to take that helmet.
It causes fear in people.
Dinjarin, people, you've already shared with them what you got, so she's already aware of what the helmet is. So you can talk openly about it. So it's not like unless your character wants to be cagey.
Oh no, I'm not just being cagey. I'm just literally saying, do you want my helmet? It's Baphomet's helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, do you want to? Are you saying you just want to give me the helmet, or are you suggesting?
I would trade for the sword if you want. if that's a good enough, you'd still have a Baphomet's item.
Yeah.
It's magical.
Why don't we do that? Why don't we do
Sure.
that? I mean, if it's not attuned to me, then it's not going to cause me any problems. So
Yeah, exactly. That is very
Okay.
true.
I would want Baphomet's sword though. For
I mean,
Baphomet's help.
does anybody else want Baphomet's sword? If nobody else wants it,
I don't think that Aaron would take it.
okay, then yeah, let's do this. Cause
Who is this Aaron?
Sorry, Toph.
Okay, where do you do the trades again?
I'm doing it.
Lower
Hold
left.
on.
It's in the lower left hand.
Okay. Let's see.
I'm
Item
waiting for
pile
my-
trader base. Wait, it just says item piles.
Well, it says it's waiting for your response.
Right, sure, I guess I'll say yes.
There we go. Okay.
So I don't.
So then you drag what you're trading in there.
Oh, okay, I see. Hold on.
Does anybody have an interest in a great sword?
It's covering. I can't see it. It's like being covered with stuff.
I think Toph is like, she's covered there already.
Okay.
But you would want to know, is there any plus anything to it? Or is this standard?
Proficient. Wait, hold on. It's the great sword. A mighty two-handed blade is over 4 feet long and almost 5 inches wide. The weapon requires extensive martial training, but those proficient in the use are formidable warriors. I'll probably just sell it the next time.
Yep. It looks like we've got a swap going.
Cool.
And there you go.
Cool.
And now you're able to both independently sort of read what those things do.
Enjoy your helmet of fear.
I will. At least I just won't forget to take it off.
And to be fair, and Dinjarin, you have experiences with it. You're welcome to train her or onboard her, if you will, to your heart's content. Otherwise, I think we're going to call it here. Any other business before we call it?
Just more of a question for you. Do we not get to see the details of something that's magical until we attune to it?
You can study it in advance.
Okay, but until we do something, either attune or study, we don't know the details of it.
No, yeah, I think those are two different things. So you can understand the properties of it by studying it. And then if you choose, once you know those properties, you can attune to it. You can also blindly attune to it and hope for the best.
Alright, yeah. The only reason I'm asking is because when I roll over the sword that I just trained, it just says its name. It doesn't give the details.
Oh, that must be a new change. So which one?
So Baphomet's Dragon Slayer, like when I roll over it, I just see martial melee weapon.
Ah,
that's all.
That's good. That means that they fixed, so they may have introduced something. Hold on, let me look.
Okay.
If I go into...
Well, I can...
Oh, and I gotta remove the elemental gem.
I don't know how to open up the like when you're hovering over everything, you get like a little brief on it, the narrative characteristics, but I can't get into it to like scroll into it. How do I expand it to see it? I can't double click it.
I'm trying
Just a
to...
single click usually.
Oh, okay. So yeah, they've added identify, you guys, to this now. So you aren't going to know something until it's been identified.
Okay. So both of us, now that we did that trade, we both have to identify the item.
Unless you choose to share all of the details you know with each other.
Sure, I'll tell Glory everything I knew about the helmet.
Okay, so
yeah, and I tell him everything I know about the sword.
Okay,
there
so hold on, let me do
it.
that. So Baphomet's Helmet of Fear, I'm right-clicking. And okay, so you've got that. So that is now, you have identified it. The Dragon Slayer, identify. Now you should be able to see more information.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Yeah, that worked. Cool.
And what I don't know, you guys, is how you open up the full view.
So I figured it out. So
do tell.
you go to the lightning bolt, and then if it has something, I think. So I have unavailable effects, and that's where the Baphomet's Fear is. And then I clicked the source, and if I click source, then it pops up this sheet that explains everything.
Okay.
Oh,
I don't know how.
You took my phone.
I don't know how to see other things if it's not in here.
You did. Hold on, I gotta find my phone for my wife here.
Oh, hey, if the 3 dots in your inventory next to an item, you don't need the trade anymore. You could just say give to character. Now they have a thing where you
I
can't
thought
just
that
do
was
it.
just to move it. Oh, and if you double click it, it opens something too. The details.
So what we're learning here, you guys, is that we need to. We're gonna have to relearn some of this stuff, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, 'cause
honestly, I feel like this is a huge leap forward in things, but it's going to be a little bit of a learning curve.
Yeah, because I can't open up the Dragon Slayer sword thing. Like the pop over comes up, but I can't like scroll to see the rest of the information, and I can't figure out how to open it up.
Hold on, hold on. Let's see here.
But we can figure it out later. It's fine.
Yeah, I think you know what. I'm going to end this episode, and then anyone who wants to hang on, I'm free until 3. Honestly, I'm doing a work meeting.
But okay, before you end, can we do a long rest? And then anybody who wants to attune to anything can do that? Are we okay with that?
I'm happy to allow that. Did you guys want a long rest in this cave area here?
Yeah, I want my spell slot back.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's a smart idea.
Good idea.
Wait, there's a quiver of clothing?
There's what?
Oh, that's me. I was trying to get some information on it. That's just mine.
Your fire elemental in this amount of time, Dinjarin, has now expired, so he's gone.
Yeah, I deleted the
And Tempe,
I deleted
the gem. Yeah, and Tempe, you have yourself targeted, just so you know. And then I'm going to take all of you, and you guys want to do a long rest, and we're going to see if anything shows up during your long rest. Hold on. Hold on one more second. Okay, so I gotta get rid of some stuff here. Salem does not need a long rest. Not need a long rest. Alright. And we're gonna do, you guys wanna do a long rest, right?
Yep.
So first, let me see if anything shows up throughout the night. Damn it. Nothing shows up. That's good for you, just damn it for me. And let me hit long rest now. And there you go. And you don't have to roll anything, just hit begin long rest. You don't have to do any finish long rest.
Is it during the long rest that we can attune and unattune to things, or do we finish long rest and
Finish
then...
long rest, and then I will attune you guys to what you suggested.
Okay. I think we can do it from in here now. Let me try it.
No, we just can see if you need attunement.
I have to attune.
Yeah.
So Toph.
Oh.
So let's see, Toph. I think, so did you guys agree that Toph gets this rod of lordly might?
Yeah, that was what the poll said.
And are you sticking to it? Because I think she would probably attune to it if that was going to be the case.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's now attuned to it. It's now equipped. It's now a favorite. And she suddenly has this big-ass grin on her face in the morning because she's feeling the lordly might of this
Pretty
rock.
cool weapon.
All right, the next person up is Tempe. Did you attune to anything?
No, I just read my spell slot.
Okay, you got your stuff back, right? You got all your goods back. Did you even have anything left to attune to? You did not. Okay, so you're good to go. Yay. Glory, did you attune to anything?
So I just realized if I can only attune to 2 things, I'm attuned to both the Santa hat and
things.
my...
You get 3
Oh,
things.
3 things. Then, yeah, I want to attune to this new helmet. That, like...
All right.
Hey, wait. My question to Jinjarin is if I attune to it, does that mean that it starts impacting me? Or do I just learn, like...
It's when you put it on. So if you
Only
attune to
when I
it,
put
you are now connected to it, and but it doesn't start impacting you until you put it on.
Okay, cool.
Now it's up to the DM to say attunement means you are putting it on as well, or you're just...
I'm opening it up.
No,
It's in the notes. Hold on. Items.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember if attunement means you have to wear it to attune it, or if it's... or what, that I don't remember.
Where did we get this at? That was in Aquatic Crypt, right?
It's in the cave.
Yeah. Yeah, but and since I can't really scroll or see any of the information on any of the things.
All right, I don't think... Let me see if I can send this into the chat. I don't think I can. Let's try.
I think you could attune to it without wearing it, because you can take it on and off, and it only starts making you paranoid if you're wearing it for more than an hour or something like that.
All right. So Baphomet's... So here's the narrative for it. And I can also show this to you if you want to see what it looks like. There it is.
Well, that's creepy.
So Baphomet's realm of the Endless Mage is the 600th layer of the Abyss, supposedly infinite in size. Baphomet's helmet gives those within 20 feet of it a little taste of the fear you might want to expect if lost within that maze. So basically, this thing projects what it would be like to be in Baphomet's maze, right? And it's sort of terrifying. So putting on the helmet takes an action. When worn, the wearer can use a bonus action to strike fear into those close enough by activating a fear aura that lasts for 1 minute. Any hostile creature to you that starts its turn within 20 feet must make a DC 18 Wisdom saving throw. So it's really hard to beat this fear. DC 18 is pretty high, right? On a failed save, they're frightened until the end of its next turn. On a success, so basically they're always going to be frightened. It'll be either until their next turn or for 24 hours. For a long time, right? If worn for more than 1 hour, the bearer begins to suffer the effects of the helmet. They become fearful of those around them until the helmet is removed. A DC 16 dexterity check is required to remove your helmet. So you don't just get to take it off, right?
Oh.
Right? You have to succeed a DC 16 dexterity check, right? The wearer can try once per round in combat as their action, or once per 10 minutes out of combat. So basically, every 10 minutes you got to rest for like 10 minutes, right? And then you can try again, right? And there's diminishing return. So if you try like 5 or 6 times and you're not getting it off, then it's going to require that you wait another day to try, because you can't just keep trying until you get it. At some point, you give up. Your spirit's broken. Requires attunement. You must spend a long rest meditating on your deepest fears while wearing the helmet. You wake up with 1 level of exhaustion, attuned. Right? Now you can get rid of that exhaustion by a short rest. Right? Or just by waiting, just not being in combat. Right? So yeah. But it's a pretty powerful helmet.
Yeah. Well, my problem is that with
fear doesn't mean control. Like, just because something's scared, like, for instance, if we encounter a dragon and the dragon becomes fearful, then it's likely that the dragon will just start spewing fire everywhere. It's not like it's going to cower. So I would have to know whether or not that animal was, or that thing that I'm trying to get. Okay.
So so it's really frightened. So what that means is a frightened creature basically will have disadvantage on all their ability attacks and their attack rolls, while the source of the fear is within sight. So anything that has fear will be attacking with disadvantage for your entire party. So yes, I mean it does. Like if a dragon is fearing you, they'll still attack, but it's going to be with disadvantage. And they can't willingly move closer to you, right? They can move closer to anyone on your party, but they're going to be attacking with disadvantage. But they can't move closer to you. They don't have to run away, but they are going to move closer. So if they're 10 feet away, they can't get 5 feet away. They have to be at least 10 feet away. And if they move away from you, they can't move back towards you.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So it's a
Is
thing.
everyone okay if I attune this? And can we also do a short rest?
I'll allow that if your team is open for it.
Yep. I'll be hiding behind you because that's what I did with Curtis.
Okay, so you have to share with. So what is while you're tuning, what is that thing that you're frightened of?
My biggest fear is that I become as weak and simple as my barmaiden mother.
Wow, that's a horrible fear. You are now attuned, and you do have it equipped. Because that
What
was
do you
part
mean
of
by... No, I don't want it to be equipped. It wasn't equipped.
No, it's equipped. Because to
No,
attune
no,
it,
you...
No. To
Oh,
attune
that's
it, you have to wear
right.
it. So
That's right.
if you want to try to remove it now, I'll let you
Yes.
try. All right, so let's do this. So
Let's
Glory,
do it.
And it is a dexterity check.
I should have checked my dexterity. Oh, well.
And you need a 16. I'll even let you see it. And here we go. So you see Glory wakes up and she's got this helmet on. And she's like immediately starts to try to take it off.
Wait. Oh, shit. Wait. If I do this?
And it does not come off. So you see her sort of pulling on the helmet.
Wait, it
Dinjar,
says
do you say anything to
19.
Glory as you see her trying to take off the helmet?
Wait,
I
hold
just
on.
say,
It says 19.
No, it's a 14.
Why does it say 19? No, but I did Dark One's Blessing with it. And so with every round, or not every round, but Dark One's Blessing
Oh,
is...
it didn't take that into account. Okay, so your core was a 14, but you got a plus 4.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so you do see she struggles, Dinjarin, and then you see the helmet come off of her head.
I was just kind of looking like, oh, I know how that feels. And then when I see her pull it off, I'm like, I give her the thumbs up. Yeah.
How often can you use Dark One's Blessing?
Once a... Hold on. Dark One's Own Luck, sorry. Once per short rest when you make the ability. So now I do our short rest and I have it again.
Yeah, so I also need to apply to you a 1 level of exhaustion. Boom. So you are exhausted. And you guys see Glory looks like she's got this helmet off, but she is exhausted. And I should have made you, honestly, I'm going to give you this. I should have made you roll it after I'd led the exhaustion because that would have impacted your dexterity. But that was my fault. So now, if it's okay with the rest of the team, she's asked if she can take a short rest. Anyone care?
Should we finish other attunements and all that?
Oh yeah, let's do that, and then we'll do it before that. Okay, so Stephanos, does Stephanos want to do anything? I see she left.
No, she said she doesn't need to attune to anything.
Okay. So nothing for Stephanos. What about Dinjarin?
I do, but I have a question. Do I have to, if I unattune to something first, does that take the long rest? Like, is that basically, I can only unattune or attune, or can I unattune and then attune to something during the long rest?
No, it's you have to unattune as a long rest and then attune.
Okay, so I'm unattuning during this rest my Baphomet's Ball.
Okay. So it's unattuned. All right, and
Cool.
is that the end of you?
Yeah, that's all I can really do.
Tyros, anything for you?
Yeah, I unattuned my Gem of Seeing,
Gem of Seeing. Oh, you did it yourself.
but I was able to do that in the character sheet.
Oh, crazy. Okay.
I didn't realize that I couldn't attune at the same time, so let me unattune Baphomet's Dagger of Venom.
Okay.
So that shouldn't be attuned yet.
All right, and then Tempe. Did we already cover Tempe? We already did Tempe, right? There was nothing. So then the next question is, did you guys want to do another night here and attune to your stuff? And then that would cover Glory's short rest, or do you guys just want to let her do a short rest, or you guys want to try and just do another night for recovery?
I wouldn't mind to attune to Baphomet's Dagger of Venom. And if we have to do a short rest...
It's a long rest.
No, I know, but like a short rest is, what, 4 hours? So
yeah.
A long rest.
So if we did another night, we would be resting another 8 hours, but that would also account for the short rest that Glory was wanting.
It would.
Yeah.
But that would give you and me the opportunity to attune again to something.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is that what you want to do?
Yep.
Sure. I don't think anyone else would really care as long. The only thing is, he has to roll again to see if anything happens to us, or if there's any encounter there.
And let's see. You're 4 hours into your long rest, and yes, something does happen. So we will finish your long rest in a second, but hold on, I gotta escape.
Honestly, it probably would have been better if I had the helmet on. They wouldn't have shown up.
Give me 1 second. Well, here, update, close. 1, 2, 3, 4. So around the corner, while you guys are sort of sleeping, 4 goblins pop into view. You are now all in battle. And I'm just going to roll all of your encounters and then begin combat. And the question is, do you guys want to take on these 4 goblins?
I have to drop, so I
Yeah,
can't. Yeah,
so just as you guys are sort of like looking off, you hear this thing's ruffle. You guys sort of shake the sleep from your eyes, and you see these 4 goblins, and they stop dead in their tracks, and their eyes get really big, and they start to back away. So do you go after them? And that's what I need to know for the next game.
Which way are they coming from again?
A little
From
farther
the
down the
desert.
path.
Oh, okay, so down where? Okay, then.
Yep. Down here.
I do think, guys, we need to stop them because they're probably going to go alert more people. So
I think we should go for them.
I think we'll have to kill them. Yeah, I think we'll have to.
You guys know that these are one-hit kill beasts for you guys. They're not.
I do think Tempe would probably. Seeing them, Tempe probably would have shot his arrow out, at least one of them, like the one that he could see right there. So I do think we would have probably attacked them and go after them.
So he does. I'm going to give him those. So that took care of one of them. And then Goblin Rob is the other, because he gets 2. And he rolls. Advantage again. No. And he drops the second. And then it's officially his turn. So I think that he would... This is just me thinking on your guys' behalf. Where is Tempe? Where'd he go? I'm not seeing Tempe on the...
Oh, he disappeared off there.
Yeah, he was there. He was right next to Glory.
Yeah.
Little, or not right next, but next to Glory.
I think I inadvertently deleted him. Okay.
You killed Tempe.
Yeah. No, I think I just deleted him. Literally deleted him. So I think he would step into range on his actual. So that was his opportunities because he was standing watch. I think he would attack this goblin. My guess is that this isn't going to be a battle. Is that? That was a miss, I think, right?
Yep.
And then he attacks again. Oops, no, sorry, that was my bad. I attacked with the wrong weapon. I attacked with the goblin's weapon, so I gotta do it. It's supposed to be his bow. Do not use the ability. He has advantage. Now try. Normal. Okay. And then his second... I did it again. I deleted Tempe. Hold on. Tempe goes back. That's why I figured we would just knock this out real quick and then we'll drop. And then he attacks. And unless he misses this guy, which is pretty unlikely given his bow. Advantage. Does he hit? Normal. And does he kill? So, yeah, okay. So here's how this plays out, you guys. So your long rest happens. Long rest. Go ahead and finish your long rests. So your long rests happen, and then as you guys are sort of, you heard something in the middle of the night, and then, as you guys wake up in the morning, Tempe's like, yeah, 4 goblins came around the bend, but I one-shot killed all 4 of them. Right, and he just sort of nonchalantly shares that with you as if it's not a big deal. And he sort of reflects on, hey, remember when goblins were a tough battle and would go round and round and round? And how we have changed since then. All right, so the last thing we're going to do is, Dinjarin, you wanted to attune to?
The Baphomet's Sword of Mightiness and
Baphomet's
Destruction.
You mean Dragon Slayer?
Yeah, Sword of Mightiness and Destruction.
All right, so you are now attuned. Are you equipping it?
Yeah, I would equip it.
All right, and it's equipped. I'll let you drag it to, if you want to drag it to your favorites, go for it. So you're attuned, Tyros.
Yeah, Baphomet's Dagger of Venom.
All right, Baphomet's Dagger of Venom. And you've read the rules that you actually have to prime it with poison. You don't just do it.
Yep.
Ironically, I don't think Alexandria a single time ever poisoned it. I'll let you equip it if you want. Glory, your exhaustion is gone. And you are no longer in combat. And assign, enjoy your 2 points of experience apiece.
All thanks to Tempe.
Yeah, I was gonna say, shouldn't that just be Tempe's?
Sure.
I was going to ask about that earlier because I think it's like when Toph and the Elemental pretty much killed those ogres or orcs or whatever. I was like, shouldn't they be the ones that? I mean, the only thing we all learned was that they could kill it.
Yeah,
I got a shot in with my longbow.
Yeah, if you guys decide that you want to do that, like, you can in the future donate the experience to others if you don't want to be part of it. It's like that's your
I'm
call.
not donating.
So when we next play, we accomplished a lot this time. when we next play, you guys will have left the Great Peak Mountains. I'll give you some narrative. You will be in the Badlands. Just, you guys from coming around that corner there, you can see the Badlands fall out behind or ahead of you. And it is a desolate, if you guys have ever been to the Badlands in the United States, it's sort of like that, right? It's deserty, hilly, like not a place you want to spend a ton of time. So that's next time we play. Thank you, everybody.
Good. Bye.
Bye,
Thank
all.
you.